Alright, y'all, this is Black Ink Crew New York. This is season 6, episode 7. Um yeah, I'm tired as fuck. Honestly, I'm just, really tired. I didn't really get any sleep last night and I had to go to class this morning. Today is the 1 year anniversary of my grandfather's, death, and it's just still hard for me. It still just doesn't seem real. And on top of that, death is just really a hard thing for me now. Ever since my granddad passed away. I mean, death has always been a sad thing to me, especially when it's like somebody that's close, in range of my age or whatever. But it's like ever since he passed, it's just been like extra hard. And I don't even have to know the person for real. Like the other day, I kind of got emotional a little bit because, my one of my Facebook friends got killed. And I didn't know him like personally, but he has always seemed like, a cool person, a nice person or whatever. Didn't really seem like he bothered nobody for real. And it just, shocked me, like, him out of all people got killed. You know what I'm saying? And it really fucked me up. It really fucked me up. And yeah, I just don't even know what to say. I don't even know what else to say. But yeah, um, death is just extra sad for me ever since my granddad passed away last year. And I'm just extra just uh, in my feelings because today is, like I said, the 1 year death anniversary of my grandfather's passing. So yeah, y'all, I apologize for being just so heavy in the beginning of this video and everything. Just had to kind of talk about it a little bit, and I apologize if I'm slurred or whatever. I have been drinking a little bit, but you know why have a channel if you can't sit up here and be kind of real with your subscribers or whatever about what's going on what's going on in your life or whatever. But anyways, I know y'all ain't here for all that, but let's talk about the show. So it starts off with Sky and C's in Atlanta. They're playing pool or whatever, and C's gets a FaceTime call from Ted. And Ted is telling him about the situation with Alex and him being in jail. And regardless of the fact that Alex is new, excuse me, regardless of the fact that Alex is new, C still feels, kind of responsible for him and everything because, he's a part of the crew or whatever. And so, C's is telling, Sky, listen, we both going to have to catch a flight to New York or whatever. And of course, Sky doesn't want to go and everything. And like I said before, I kind of understand where Sky is coming from because it's like, why every time it's a situation that happens back up in New York, Sky got to go with you? But you always sitting up here saying how much of a good manager she is in Atlanta, this, that, and the third. Well, how you really going to know if she's a good manager or not if you don't keep her ass there in Atlanta? But he kept on having to beg her, and he even offered to pay for her to fly first class and everything. So then she kind of gave in or whatever, and it's like, all right, but this is the last time I'm coming to New York, okay? So then we have Kit, Walt, Donna, and Kev. Kit is taking them to like this cooking class or whatever to like distract them from drinking. Distract them from drinking all the time and everything. And then also too, so they can learn some shit or whatever. So, Jada, she shows up late or whatever with her tits all out. She, like Cynthia from Real Housewives of Atlanta, her tits all out and everything. Something tells me, like, she did that shit on purpose, but whatever, you know what I mean? She was like, sorry I'm late, you guys, and my tits is all out and stuff, da da da. And she talks about how, you know, she's stressed because, you know, her roommate just got a job offer, you know, a job offer in California. And, you know, her roommate pretty much left her with the bills and everything. So this is perfect timing for Donna, because Donna needs somewhere to stay, you know. And so she asked Donna to be her roommate or whatever. And you know what? He's not with the shits and everything, because he knows how Donna is. He knows that Jada is a, you know, attractive female. And, you know, he knows that Donna is going to try to fuck. And, you know, so he kind of makes his move while they're at this cooking class or whatever. And, you know, invites, you know, Jada out on a date and everything. And she's cool with it. So then we get Cease and Ted, you know, they're at the place, bailing Alex out, you know. And Cease is like, you know, I'm thinking, you know, I'm bailing him out for some real serious shit or whatever. And come to find out, I'm bailing him out for unpaid parking tickets. Really, Alex? Really? Okay. But, you know, after they bail him out and everything, they're outside of, you know, the courthouse or whatever you want to call it. And, you know, Ted is like, I mean, shit, you got 2 warrants for like 3 parts of New Jersey or whatever. And, you know, Alex is like, listen, I was a wild ass teen and everything, this, that, and the third. And I'm guessing Alex must be around my age. You guys know I'm 22 or whatever, you know, going on 23. So I'm guessing he's around my age or whatever. So, you know, they're kind of reprimanding him as to why he didn't pay like his tickets or whatever, you know, his, you know, for, you know, parking tickets and everything. And, you know, Alex is like, listen, I was focused on other shit or whatever, this, that, and the third. It just kind of slipped my mind and everything. And, you know, like I said, Cease and, you know, Ted, they're kind of reprimanding him like, you know, listen, like, you got to stay on top of that shit or whatever. Even though, I mean, Cease, we know he done had, you know, situations with, you know, child support or whatever. But, you know, the past is the past. They trying to pass down some jewels to, you know, the youngsters out here. So, hey. Sorry, y'all. Anyway, so, we're at 113th. And, you know, Sky, she comes in. And nobody is there. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Nobody is there. And so, you know, she's like, what the fuck? And what the fuck am I managing here? And nobody is here and everything. And, you know, so she had posted like some ads or whatever in regards to having them, you know, them having a new manager or whatever. And, you know, she's FaceTiming some of the potential prospects or whatever for the shop. So the first girl she interviews, she's not really into strippers or whatever. And then it was like some guy that didn't have really time to talk and everything. I'm like, what the fuck you apply for some shit for? You ain't got time to talk and everything. Like, why did you answer the FaceTime call if you didn't have time to talk? Excuse me. And then another guy calls, and mind you, Sky is a Virgo. So she's asking him, what's your zodiac sign? And he says the Aries. And she's like, oh, I hate Aries. Now, those of y'all who've been watching me for a minute, y'all know I'm an Aries. So I felt some type of way about that. Because it's like, motherfucker. And you can ask, you know, any like Virgo that's close to me, that's in my life. I take up for Virgos. Me being the Aries, I take up for Virgos a lot. Even Wale. I don't even know Wale like that, but I know Wale is a Virgo. And, you know, people who are close to me know I call Wale like my DC bro or whatever, because we both from DC and everything. And I always say, you know, Virgos are just, you know, very passionate in what they're talking about and everything, this, that, and the third. They're very passionate people. You know, my god brother is a Virgo. My best friend that's in the military, he's a Virgo. This other guy I call my bro, he's a Virgo. I know that's, you know, guys that I'm just naming and not really females, because I know, when it comes to the zodiac signs, it's different between males and females a lot of the times. But I mean, I do know some female Virgos that I'm cool with, that I vibe with and everything. It don't really be an issue. So when she said that, I said, "Oh, bitch, you fucking tried it, okay?" Like, I take up for fucking Virgos all the time. So I felt some type of way when she said that shit. But it's all good, though. It's all good, It's whatever. Y'all see, the little ram ears and everything on this tattoo and everything. So, whatever. But anyways, so, the last person that calls is a female. And she's running down her credentials or whatever. And she's, Sky is like, okay, I'm impressed with this girl and everything, this, that, and the third. So, she decides that she's going to hire her. So then we get Walt and Jada. They go on, like, this date or whatever. And it's like, when they came in or whatever, this guy that was on the stage was talking about, like, back shots and cum. And Jada is like, what the fuck did Walt take me to or whatever? Like, what kind of place is this? You know what I'm saying? He talking about back shots and cum or whatever. Like, this is spoken word rated R, And so, he's telling Jada how he really fucks with her, this, that, and the third. And then she just says ditto. I don't know. For some reason, when a person says ditto, it's just kind of like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I just kind of feel like a person is not sincere when they say ditto. Like, they just kind of like copying off of the shit that you, like, they going off of what you done said to them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but yeah, I was just like, yeah, I don't know. And she might not be feeling you as much as you feeling her. But anyway, so, they're talking about kids or whatever. We know Walt has 3 kids and everything. Jada doesn't have any kids or whatever. But, she says how she does want kids. And he's saying how he want a lot of kids. And she's saying, shit, I want a lot of kids too. So we good, So then he gets on the stage or whatever. And he's saying some shit like, words can't describe the thoughts that I have about you. That brown skin, those beautiful eyes. How can I not even get aroused when I think about them sexy thighs? And he was saying some other shit. And, she was getting all giddy or whatever. And she was like, oh my God, like, I never had, like a dude, just spit some spoken word to me or whatever. And then do it in front of all these people on top of that and everything. And I was just like, girl. I mean, listen, the shit was kind of corny or whatever, but it is Walt, and you guys know I like Walt and everything, even though he be having his moments where he be kind of getting on my nerves or whatever, but for the most part, I've always liked Walt. So I ain't gonna lie, had that been me on the date, I probably would have been like, I probably would have been like, okay, man. But, yeah, so, like I said, she was hyped about it or whatever. And then, they do, like, this bike riding type of thing. He's riding the bike and she's on, the back part or whatever. And, that was cool and everything. So then we're back at 113th, they're talking or whatever. Ted is asking, Jada, how was the date with Walt or whatever, and did he fuck? And I'm just like, really, Ted? Like, and even Kitty, she was like, come on, Teddy, like, really? You know what I'm saying? And, he was like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of jealous and everything. And she was like, you lose your feet, you lose your seat. And everything, this, that, and third. And he's like, oh, so we can't go on a date or whatever. And she's like, no. And she was saying how she had fun with Walt on the date, this, that, and third. I'm not gonna lie. If I had to choose between all the guys on Black and Crew New York, I probably would choose Walt. on some real shit, I probably would choose him because, like I said before, I really do like Walt and everything, even though he get on my nerves sometimes. But that's natural. You're not gonna always agree with the person and the shit that they do and how they move. But um, yeah, like I said, I like Walt. So if I had to choose, I probably would choose him. You know what I'm saying? And Ted is kind of clowning Walt, this, that, and the third, talking about some. I mean, he ain't got no game or whatever, but it seemed like he kind of don't want Jada over, so I'm kind of impressed or whatever. So then Bay, she comes in irritated, and they're like, what's up, Bay, or whatever, this, that, and the third. And she starts, talking about her mom or whatever, and tells them about her dad and how her dad threatened her mom on social media, this, that, and the third, or whatever, and they're all shocked and everything. And I'm just like, I don't know why y'all shocked. Like, she done talked about this shit before with her dad, but I mean, okay, I guess for the show, whatever. So, she talks about how she talks about how she talks to her mom every day. So, it's been a week since she talked to her. So, she's, concerned. And she's like, I mean, she wants to go to Korea, but it's expensive because, she made her getaway here to the U.S. and she's been here for like 10 years or whatever. So the last 10 years, she's been sending her mom money to make sure her mom is straight and everything. So it's kind of hard to be doing, that, and then on top of that, be trying to see her mom. So they all tell her, like, listen, girl, we want to help you out and everything. You know what I mean? We want to help you out. We want to do this tattoo-a-thon for you so we can raise this money so you can go check on your mom. So I thought that was really cool or whatever for them to, come together, really want to do something like that for her. Because like I told y'all, that situation with her dad, it just really, it bothers me. It really bothers me. And I just be like, ooh, but, yeah. So then we get C's. He's with his daughter and, his baby mama, Crystal, or the mother of his child, I should say, Crystal. And, they're golfing. They're playing golf. And, he's asking how school has been and everything. And she trying to front at first, like, oh, it's okay or whatever. And, the mom, Crystal, she's like, tell him what it really is. She's like, well, okay, I've been getting kind of bullied because of my weight or whatever. And he's shocked to hear this. And he hugs her and embraces her and tell her it's going to be okay or whatever. And, I think she's in middle school, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like, girl, don't worry about this shit. You'll probably, level out or whatever, or thin out as you get to high school and everything. But even if you don't, it ain't nothing wrong with the size that you are now, okay? Don't worry about that shit. Listen, those of y'all who follow me on social media, y'all know I'm skinny, okay? But I embrace women, yeah, I embrace women and everything, and it don't matter what size they are, this, that, and the third, it doesn't matter to me. And it does make me feel some type of way when I see like other people just bashing somebody because of their weight or whatever. Now, granted, it's understandable if a person is just really like, what I'm saying, just really obese to the point where they really need to, where it's like a health issue or whatever, and you're trying to, give them pointers on how to kind of, lose some of that weight or whatever. And then there's another, it's another thing when you're really just trying to bash a person. But, it ain't nothing wrong with her weight. It's nothing wrong with the weight that she is now, whatever. And like I said, probably as she gets a little bit older, she'll probably thin out, lose some of that weight, and this, that, and the third. My god brother, he was kind of, when we were like in elementary, middle school, or whatever, he was kind of, bigger than what he is now. And when we got to high school, he thinned out. He thinned out and everything, And so, like I said, girl, don't worry about that shit. People gonna talk about you to the day you fucking die. You know what I'm saying? So don't even, don't even worry about this shit. You keep on doing you. You keep on making sure that your grades are up and everything, and fuck what they got to say. And so, C's is telling her, like, listen, I had an afro or whatever, and I didn't take no shit. Like, because he was saying how he got bullied too. So he was like, yeah, I had the afro and everything. And, I didn't take no shit. So I beat ass. And, he was like, but you don't do that now. You don't do that shit, He's pretty much telling her, like, listen, half of the people that made fun of me, they ain't really doing shit now. They broken in jail. So you don't worry about that shit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was cool. And the mom, Crystal, she was like, oh my God, this, that, and the third. Because you guys remember she did say something about him not cussing. And, he was cussing in front of her and everything. But it was just like, listen. He's trying to spit some real shit to her. So I was cool letting this shit slide and everything. But then I also think at the same time too, shit. If I'm gonna be honest with y'all, shit, I've been cussing since I was in grade school. Grade school. Yeah, since I was in grade school. Since I was like in elementary school. Me and my mom just kind of had a conversation about this the other day. She said, I kind of got it honest because she cusses herself. My dad cusses, Not saying like it's the best thing, but I like cussing, damn it. It helps me relieve stress, okay? I like cussing. So if y'all, y'all got a problem with me cussing, don't even watch me. Because I'm pretty sure, like I said, those of y'all who watching me for a minute, y'all know I'm a cusser. I cuss, okay? So, whatever. But anyway, so then we have Donna and Jade. Pretty much we already know Donna is moving in with Jade, this, that, and the third. And, her boyfriend couldn't help her out because he was at work and everything. Jade, she got on some heels and a dress. I'm like, you got on heels and a dress to help somebody move into your place? Like, girl, what? I would have threw on some joggers and a t-shirt and, like some sneakers so quick. Like, the fuck is you all dressed up for? Like, is you planning on going out somewhere later on? Like, what's the tea? So, they're having their little conversation or whatever, and I didn't really care about that too much. So then we're back at 113th. C's, he's kind of reprimanding Alex. He calls him to come there at 8 in the morning. And, C's is like, listen, I bailed your ass out of the prison. You owe me money plus interest. And, I'm being, he's being hard on him or whatever because, he's older and everything. And probably because he's made some, like I said, he's made certain mistakes or whatever. So, he's trying to, be hard on him so he can learn and everything. And, Alex didn't have an attitude or whatever. He was like, I understand why C's is being hard on me and everything because, shit. I fucked up, you know what I'm saying? And I'm still young and, I can learn some shit from him. So, he was cool with that, having to clean and this, that, and the third. And C tells him, like, you got some kids that depend on you and everything. You can't be out here continuing the shit that you doing. And like I said, Alex, he appreciates it. So, let me wrap this up, y'all. Because we already at 24 minutes. Y'all know when it usually comes to Black Ink Crew reviews, it don't be this long. But, so we're at the Halloween party. They're, raising money for Bay or whatever. Sky, she comes through as Catwoman. And she presents the new manager. And her name is Tatiana. And she introduces her to C's. And, Tatiana is running down her credentials to C's and everything, this, that, and the third. And, Tatiana, she's kind of already trying to take charge with the crew and everything. And, she's trying to get a client set up with the tattoo or whatever. And Donna is like, who are you or whatever? So Tati introduces herself and everything, and she's like, I'm just here to get money for, all of us or whatever. And so Bay, she's confused, and Bay is probably, tipsy or drunk, how I kind of am right now, and Bay is like, do you work here and everything? And, Tati is like, yeah, Sky brought me in as a manager or whatever for training. And, she's like, are you trying to get this money and everything? And I guess Bay was saying, I've been working all night or whatever, this, that, and the third. So then Tati is like, so you ready to set up? Like, what's good? And Bay is like, I already had, a next customer in line or whatever, this, that, and the third. And, then Tati goes to Donna, sitting up here saying, okay, so are you trying to make this money? Because it seemed like, Bay is not or whatever. And so Bay, she starts to get irritated and everything. And she grabs, Tati, by her hair and everything. And so it didn't look like Donna and, Jada jumped in, which I thought that was kind of fucked up, because it's like, okay, y'all ain't had to jump in. You know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't have to jump in. That just was kind of uncalled for. But, Sky, she goes off and she uses her whip and is like, we ain't gonna have this shit or whatever. And she calls Bay to the front and she tells Tati to go to the back with her. And I'm not gonna lie, Tati would have came at me like that, especially if I had some liquor in my system. I probably would have felt some type of way too, because it's like, bitch, like, who the fuck are you? You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck are you to be coming at me like that? This, that, and third. Like, you coming on real aggressive, like, and yeah, I probably would have felt some type of way too. So, Sky is saying, like, we didn't have some real mouthy tattoo artists, and, they play back some of the examples of people that she means, like, Bay and Alex. And then she also talks about Tiffany. I'm like, well, girl, the whole Tiffany situation, that was kind of your doing, because you came at her on some fuck shit from the get-go. But, Sky is telling her to apologize or whatever. So, Sky goes over to Bay and everything, is pretty much telling them, like, let's squash this shit. So, Bay and Tati, they go outside or whatever and have a conversation. And, Bay is pretty much telling her, like, listen, she's pretty much telling her the situation with her mom or whatever. So Tati didn't know. She didn't come in knowing about this shit. So she apologizes because she didn't know about the situation. So they good now. Then we have somebody come in as the Grim Reaper or whatever. And Sky is being real flirtatious. Like, did you come in to tame this pussy or whatever, this, that, and the third? So come to find out, it's oh shit. You guys know oh shit hasn't been here all this season or whatever. And, they're asking, like, where's Nikki and everything? And he's like, I left her in Cali, it didn't work out or whatever, so pretty much it's over. But I did see on Facebook that apparently they're still together and they got a kid now. So I guess they got hyped for nothing. And that was the episode, you guys. I apologize for this, being so long. You guys know my Black Ink Crew reviews are not usually this long. But, yeah, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys come back, and I'll see y'all in the next video.